everyone, and welcome back to another episode in our series of shorts, 10 Reasons to Invest in Indonesia. In this episode, we'll be going into the 9th reason out of the 10 reasons. If you haven't listened to parts 1 to 8 of this series, we recommend tuning into that before listening to this podcast. Otherwise, let's get into reason number 9, which is the growing ease of doing business and better regulations for foreign investors.
It's an interesting subject.
And we just witnessed the Big Bang. I think we talked about that in another podcast too, where the omnibus law set to move Indonesia forward on these indexes has been passed and is now coming into play over the next 6 to 12 months. So then, in addition to the other sort of main holdbacks on this index, being infrastructure, being health, and being education, already being part of that and dealt with that, I think over the next 1 to 2 years, Indonesia will leap forward on this index.
I think that's very true, Terry. I think there is, we're right on the edge of something really big, and I know that Jokowi's administration likes to call it Indonesia's golden age. And I think if you're a savvy investor, then now is a good time to be seriously thinking about what you're going to invest in Indonesia, because it's only going to get better.
Yeah, with this too, you get a centralized system on permits and everything. So you're no longer, like one of the challenges today, you can go and set up in Jakarta in possibly a matter of hours, 1 or 2 days, and then you get into the provinces and regions. It's a different story. But with the omnibus now being passed and the regulations coming into place, you're no longer depending on these local, province and regency regulations. All is set by the central government. So in theory, in the next 6 to 12 months, and I think this will happen, you can go online, you can set up a little company, and off you go, with a smart ID and a very little capital need and bureaucracy needs to take it off.
And if just, sort of kind of proof of this point that we're mentioning, since Thierry Sanders first published this post, President Jokowi has actually centralized all licensing through the BKPM, which is the Indonesian Investment Coordinating Board. So that even shows that if that has happened within that short span, there's so much to look forward to moving forward in the ease of business and investing.
I think you see that change already on how BKPM becomes more and more efficient, and that filters down into their respective setups in the provinces and regencies and so on. And to further enhance that too, they have a kind of like a task force that deals with challenges, whether that is central in between the different ministries or down into a region, province and so on. They have a task force that is set to deal with this and work it out, so that investors can see that if there is a challenge based on the old system or bureaucracy resistance or whatever it is, they will deal with it.
Okay. This has been reason number 9 of the top 10 reasons to invest in Indonesia. Thank you so much for your insight, Terry and Andy. Remember that we have all these points outlined in our blog of the 10 reasons to invest in Indonesia, which we have also linked to the article that Thierry Sanders wrote based on the reasons to invest in Indonesia. Thank you for all you listeners for joining us on this episode in our series of shorts as part of our series 10 Reasons to Invest in Indonesia. Make sure you keep a lookout for the next episode to find out the reason number 10 of the top 10 reasons to invest in Indonesia.